What's up, YouTube? Big Dog here, back again for another edition of Big Dog Movie Reviews. Today we are reviewing 21 Bridges, which I didn't think I was going to see, but, lo and behold, I saw it. And, you know what? I'll keep my thoughts till the end, my prior thoughts. But do be forewarned, I'm actually getting it out before the review starts this time. There are heavy spoilers in this film. In this review, so be forewarned. But same format as always: likes, dislikes, final score, final comments, and then Miranda will sit quietly in the background as she always does. So let's get into it with the likes. So there's no music set to a few scenes in the film where you would think music would be, and as you guys know, I am a huge soundtracks of a film. Something I really look for. But on the flip side with this, it really worked for the film to have a lack of a soundtrack at parts. I really enjoyed how the realism with no music playing, there's an opening gunfight, just how there's no music, only screams and gunshots, and it worked with every scene that was darkly quiet and lack of music. I thought it worked very well with the film and the tone of the film. And I just, that's a kind of a thing I didn't know I would enjoy so much, but I did. I really enjoyed it. There was a final plot twist, which I never saw coming. I was genuinely just in my head. I would have never guessed it. You know what, I did say spoilers, so the plot twist I'm talking about is the Baldy police chief guy being the bad guy of the whole thing, which, like I said, I never would have guessed. He was kind of the mastermind, the final villain, if you will. And the best part about this final plot twist is that it worked with the film. J.K. Simmons, who played this guy, went on to say his motivations behind doing it, behind breaking the law and getting all this money. And I thought it worked very well with the film and worked very well with the scene, as it was a very powerful scene as well when J.K. Simmons was explaining this to Andre, or Chadwick Boseman's character. I thought that scene was very well done, which carries us perfectly into my next heading on my notes, which is some very well done and powerful scenes. Like I said, and I have on here Baldy's house. Like I said, it was just such a very powerful scene. It really shows you how deep J.K. Simmons' character really goes and his motivations for doing it, and how much he cares about his police force. And just as well, at the same time, it shows Chadwick Boseman's character's commitment to his job and being police and doing the job right. No matter who is the cause of the crime, it is his job to see justice, to make sure justice is seen. And I thought it was a very powerful scene between these two. Another super powerful and enjoyable scene I thought was a subway scene where Chadwick Boseman and the main perp of the film have each other at gunpoint in the subway. And Chadwick Boseman's trying to talk him down from shooting him. He's telling him that he's got hope in this world and that he didn't need to resort to this, but if he just goes peacefully, things will go better for him. And he's not believing him. He keeps trying to persuade him, and it was just, I thought, a very well done and powerful scene on both those two. I could not find, in those two scenes in particular, no faults whatsoever. Very expertly done, and by far my two favorite scenes in the film by a country mile. And one more thing I liked is how it sort of told the story of the bad guys. There are two bad guys, one of which is a cold-blooded killer, and the other one is not. He's in it for the money. He doesn't want to kill people. And it's, as always, on this film, I love movies where it's got characters who have the same goal but different, who want to take different paths of getting there. It makes for a very interesting relationship in my mind. And that's how the bad guys were. One of them just wanted to kill the way to the top and escape the country. The other one didn't want to kill at all. He didn't even want to kill when it was necessary, practically. At least necessary for him to get away. So I really enjoyed how, sure, it focuses on Chadwick Boseman's character in the film, but it's also just as much of a story for the two perps, which made for very interesting scene rotation, I guess, is how it went from Chadwick Boseman to the perps, and like just the story between the two. It was like two intertwined storylines, but the stories themselves were different, and I thought that was just very intriguing and a very well done aspect of the film. So that's it for the dislikes. That's it for the likes. Now on to the dislikes. So the movie takes place in New York, Manhattan Island in particular. So, okay, people in New York have a very particular way of talking, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the nature of growing up in the area. But in this film, they were pretty heavy accents and felt very exaggerated in some spots. So it did get pretty annoying pretty quickly. And it was just, I get the need to have accents, I do, and I would have nothing wrong with that. But like I said, they just felt very exaggerated and very heavy in the whole movie, exaggerated in parts, and it was just really took away from the emotions of the film. The name is very wrongly named. It's called 21 Bridges, but it has virtually nothing to do with the bridges. It's like, sure, they mention the bridges once in the whole film, and it's just, why name it that one, especially when it has kind of that little significance. I would have loved to see this film be named something a little more something that makes a little more sense. So to see, which I think the name of the film is one of the main reasons I didn't really have high expectations going into it in the first place, because it's a stupid name. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I would have loved to see that be named something else. And then in the beginning as well, this is a whole nother heading. In the beginning, there was a scene where Chadwick Boseman's character is with his mom, and that was it. It was like they were talking. I don't think it held any significance to the film, and it should have been left out as a whole, because they never returned to that. It was just, that scene was over. His mom was never mentioned again. And this was within the first 10-15 minutes of the film, and I think 15's even a stretch, maybe even like 5. But I just thought it was super unnecessary to have that scene in the film. But with all that being said, I was pleasantly surprised by this film. Like I said when I was talking the title, I was expecting crap. I was expecting like anywhere between a 2 and a 4, but it got a 6 out of me. Like I said, pleasantly surprised, and I expected pretty crap. Much like one of my friends I was watching it with, we kind of had the same expectations going into it, and left with the same opinions on it. It was just we were both just pleasantly surprised, and if you have nothing to do, and you're just looking to kill some time, go see it. You won't regret it. It was a decent film, and it was pretty enjoyable. I can't get over how surprised I was by this film. It was just, I love to be proven wrong in aspects like this. I thought it was going to be crap. It wasn't, and I love to be proven wrong when it means that when I'm being proven wrong, it benefits the film. So 21 Bridges, even though it shouldn't be named that, 6 out of 10. Definitely surprising, but that's a review. It's going in the book with all the others. As always, do shoot the video a like if you like what you see, and if you like what you see, do subscribe to the channel. I do movie reviews. I say my likes, my dislikes, my final scores. These are mainly made for people who have seen the film already and just kind of want other opinions. But, as always, if there are spoilers, I do say in the beginning of the video. So if you haven't seen the video that I don't say there's spoilers. If you haven't seen a movie and I review it and I say there's no spoilers in the beginning, maybe I can sway your opinion. You either watch it or not watch it, or my review will match your expectations for the film, and then you can go watch it and validate it that way. So do subscribe if you're any part of a movie fan. Do comment. Let me know what you thought of 21 Bridges. If you thought it was better, if you thought it was worse, if you thought I hit the nail right on the head. If you thought it was better or worse, please let me know. I welcome all challenges in the effort to change my mind. And as always, if you are wanting to get more involved with the channel, do follow the corresponding Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd videos. Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd accounts. Their username for all those is at BigDogMR79. I usually use those to post when new videos are out, as well as Instagram. You get a sneak peek of the video, and with the Letterboxd, you get a sneak peek of the score due to the nature of the app. But then I always include a link there, and you can watch the video to see my reasonings behind the score. But as always, I'm Big Dog. This is Big Dog Movie Reviews. Go out there, change the world. You can do it, and I will see you guys later.